kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. Coming out with it, it's Valentine. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. To the air on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Anderson.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage. And he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush, he didn't hurry, he took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Looking for a chunk play on second and short. Makes the grab. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Valentine. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Hey, man, if you're going to make plays like that on slant throws, you got to be able to make catches in traffic. Good, strong hands by the wide out there on the slant.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Nice pickup there, gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Wow, 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in, it's Anderson. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Now on the move at the 28-yard line on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got it. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Finds his big tight end. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
They'll use the running game on first and goal. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And he'll take it in for a touchdown.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator strips his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Off the play fake on first down. He's going to take a shot right away. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
Looking to throw, it's Farrell. He's got the back in the middle. Janging on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Looking to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
He'll do it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A third down try for the offense. Looking to throw for it. Pocket breaking down. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Really impressed with how this team has seized momentum here, playing on the road in this hostile environment. Their offense gets it first. They march down the field. They put up some points. And here's the defense now on their first drive, getting a critical sack on third down.
The punt team makes its way onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. Caught in the backfield. It's Brewster. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Anderson. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. You want to be physical with the quarterback, but you can't give up those roughing the passer penalties. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Got a man in the middle. Touchdown.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. To the air. It's Farrell. Under fire. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Well, you're seeing a complete effort right now by this football team. Their offense has been doing their part, scoring points. They've got a big lead, and the defense right now is just shutting the opponent out. So good against the run and so athletic, and they have the ability to rush the passer. As you saw right there, getting the sack. We're only in the first quarter, but they're right now winning this game in all three phases.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open.
Second down.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Quick completion to the right. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Here comes the offense on first down. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Looking for a productive play on first down. Wants to keep it in the air. Makes the catch. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding. I get the ball to my slot guy. He can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man. Just he catches the football, and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
Looking downfield, it's Farrell. Fires to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Going to try to get it himself. They'll knock him down right at the 35-yard line. Still a lot of ground to cover to get to the first down marker.
Well, the sack on the last play obviously put them behind the chains. He's doing everything he can on this scramble to try and go and get the first down, but got to give the defense tons of credit. Not only do you get the sack the previous play, but you're able to chase down a pretty athletic guy and now set up fourth.
That took every ounce of leg strength he had to sneak that one into the left corner. Now the lead is down to 11.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll bring it out. It's Valentine. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Offense making its way under the field to start the drive. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps. running to the football, nowhere to go.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Going to swing it on second down. Trying to set up the screen. Pick up of 5. It'll be third down and 5. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
They bring the punter onto the field now. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Now this offense is back on the field. Out of the gun to give to the back. Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Ball marked at the 26. It's first and 10. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. They'll give it to him again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's second and 10. Dropping back, it's Farrell. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And that's a really good example of why offensive coordinators script plays. You know the down and distance, and you know which routes can get you to the stick. So there's no wasted time. That coordinator got the play in early to his quarterback, knowing that his players were going to be able to execute.
Trying to run, it's Poe. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Lets it fly. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Rides the back on the option to give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree.
Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
That last chunk play is one that'll really put a drive on the move. It's 1st and 10 from the 43. Pulls it and fires to the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Now on 2nd down. Off play action. Pressure coming. Fires to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, this quarterback has really found a nice rhythm early, and he's in firm control and command of everything that's happening. They've had 2 drives, they've scored 2 touchdowns, and here on their 3rd possession, he still wants to take shots. That one obviously falls incomplete, but if you're him, I would keep spinning the beam.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Looking downfield, it's Farrell. Using the quick game. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
To the air on 1st down. It's complete on the right side.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. They'll send the back in motion. To the air on 2nd down. Grab behind the line. It's Poe. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
And a really nice job by the defense winning 2nd down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good 3rd down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
Wants to throw it. Punts it out of the air. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a 1st down like they did there.
He's got his man. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
And that's a really nice route by the wide receiver, just understanding I got to win right now. I got to get inside of that guy, and I know I'm going to get contact. You run over the middle of the field on a slant, you're going to get hit. Nice job securing the catch, making the play.
The give to the back. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the 1st down.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. He's got it on the right. Turning it on. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. First and goal for the offense. They'll try to get it in with the run. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line.
Well, the defense was ready for that. Offense trying to toss it to get to the perimeter of the football field, but there was just too many defenders. The running back was able to make the first guy miss, couldn't make the second one, though, and it's a loss of yards.
They lost ground on first down, now second and goal from the 5. Back to throw, it's Farrell. Here's a heat. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
That is just what you want defensively, right? Bend, don't break. They drove down the field a little bit. They got second and goal. Boom. Create that negative play. Now they got third and goal. Now they got to make some decisions. Do they want to be conservative? Do they want to be aggressive? Either way, an advantageous situation now for this defense.
Now third and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Working that left side now. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And he's already put 1 3 spot on the board. He'll try another one from 25 yards out. Absolutely center cut. It's now a 1-point game, 14-13.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Here comes the offense onto the field again. Looking downfield on first down. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Second down, they'll go to the air. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Unloads to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
Great job by this defense. They started the drive with the offense backed up, in the shadow of their own end zone. Nice job being aggressive, keeping them there, and now they're going to have a chance to flip the field and really give their offense good field position.
He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. And the returner will be dragged down. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. They'll send the tight end in motion. Back to throw, it's Farrell. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Just an ill-advised play by the defender to make contact with the quarterback after the throw, and it cost his team. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Got his man downfield. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
He's looking to throw. grabbed in the backfield. It's Poe. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the 2nd quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger, because it's obvious. These offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? Motion from the back. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. He wants it all. And it's in for a touchdown.
And that's his 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. He wants to start this drive with a pass. It's in, complete, and he's lucky to get that one back, almost intercepted. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Catch in the middle, it's Anderson. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure, it's a 1st down.
Well, we knew coming into this one, the tight end was a big part of this offense, and you've seen it early in this game. They've moved him around. They've thrown it to him in a lot of different ways. Defense is going to have to make some adjustments trying to stop this guy.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Valentine. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And that's what quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. The longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They just keep firing. Got it in the middle, it's Anderson.
I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
The defense was all over. They know 3rd down, the quarterback could be a viable threat in the run game. Played physical, played close to the line of scrimmage, made the big stop.
4th down. They'll try to put 3 on the board. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. He splits to the uprights and puts 3 on the board. The lead down to just 3, 20-17.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Leaves it with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Second down.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Just about set to get this second half underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll open this third quarter with a run. At the 35, he's open. Oh, he's got some space. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed, stuff you can't coach.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end, in coverage, not allowing any receivers open, and that's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it. That allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that created the turnover.
Looking to throw on first down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
All right, this offense needs to come up with a solution for this defensive end because he is a problem. They have got to find a way to help out the offensive tackle and prevent this guy from getting to the quarterback.
Having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on second down. They've got the screen set up. Made a defender miss. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Here's the pressure. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And you could easily argue the biggest reason this team is trailing here in the second half is because they have not been able to protect their quarterback tonight. They've already given up 5 sacks in the game, and you just saw another one right there. This offensive line has had problems all night long.
Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Back to pass. They'll run the screen. Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Speeding down the left side. No one's going to get him. Touchdown.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the scoring play coming on a 56-yard touchdown pass. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They'll go back to work on offense. Makes the grab. It's home. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. To throw, it's Farrell. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
Just keeps slinging it. Under fire. Trying to escape and get it himself.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back. Nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Now they'll run the draw. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And they tried to sneak the draw in there, and the defense was not fooled.
You know, there's an art to selling the draw play, and that one was kind of more paint by numbers. Didn't turn out so well.
Yeah, and the defense, you could tell, they weren't fooled. They were agreeing with your painting by numbers and got in there quick, fast, and made the play.
Finds a soft spot in the middle. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
He's got him.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Now on 2nd and short after the 1st down completion. Trying play action. Fires into the end zone. It's complete. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
Heftiness coming out on the goal line. On the ground. He's in for the score. Touchdown.
And there's no secret about it. Line up in goal sideline formation. I'm going to run the ball down your throat. My guys are more physical than you. 6 points on the play.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So a drive there of 84 yards, and it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. You can feel the momentum starting to swing in this stadium. It's 1st and 10. There he goes. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one.
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's 1st down from the 44. Wants to throw on 1st down. A little release to the back. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide. And a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Bring in the heat. Takes a hit as he fires. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Hits him in stride at the 10. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had his 2nd right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
Takes it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. It'll be a draw. Fights off the defender. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Farrell. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it left. Complete downfield. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and he gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
So now it's second and long. Looking for room. It's Poe. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, what a game this guy has been having, living in the opponent's backfield. Already has 2 sacks in the game, and now he gets a TFL. He is so athletic, so quick twitch, so slippery, they just can't block him.
They'll move the wide receiver. On third down, he drops to throw. All by himself. Touchdown!
I'm a play caller nowadays, man. I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the scoring play coming on a 56-yard touchdown pass. So after getting into the end zone in that last drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Robinson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. Oh, they're after him! And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet in my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
They're going to get anything going on this drive. They better be productive here on second and long from the 10. Looking to fire. Snagged out of the air. And they're able to make the tackle.
That quarterback has a hose. That dude could throw it through a car wash and not get it wet. Great job of putting that ball on a line to his wide receiver.
Boy, could they use a conversion on third and short from their own 24. To the ground to try to move the chains. He didn't even have a chance to get back to the line. What a job by this defensive front.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Under a minute to go here in the third quarter. Pulls and fires complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. They run him out of bounds. He gets it to the 47.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. Quickly to the tight end. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Motion from the wide receiver. Quick touch pass to the receiver. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these 1st downs any way you can. Sometimes it's not going to be easy, and you can't just do it conventionally handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football's a game of inches, and you just got to find the angles to give yourself an advantage. That creative play call right there really helped them out.
Wants to throw. It's Farrell. Finds his tight end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. If you like the stats, and I know you do, he's over 400 yards passing now.
Yeah, if they win this game, he's getting a game ball. There's no doubt about it. This guy has been on fire from the very start of this football game. He's just been throwing bullets all over the field.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Give to the running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And, man, how many times are we going to call his name today? He has been so much fun to watch. Got a couple of sacks. Add another tackle for a loss here. He has been all over the field, and he has made some serious plays for this defense.
They've already peeled more than 3 minutes off the clock on this drive as they stand over the ball on 2nd down. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. He's got an open man. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today. And we know if it gets close in the 4th quarter, they're going to look his way, so the defense really needs to have a plan.
And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on 1st down.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
They believe in their running game on 3rd and goal here. He's not going to get there, and this defense really needed a stop like that.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on 4th down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
Splits the uprights right down the middle. And now it'll take a touchdown to at least tie them a 6-point lead here in the 4th. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Robinson. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. To the air on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And this is really the story of the game. This offense has no chance in the passing game because they cannot protect the quarterback. All game long, he's been under duress. Got to give the defense time.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Makes the catch and steps out of bounds, but short of the 1st down mark.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
You've got a 3rd and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed on the outside, it's Brewster. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the catch, it's Brewster. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
On 1st and 10 from the 38. Wants to throw again. Catch in the middle, it's Anderson. It's amazing how fluid and potent an offense can seem when you get a great pickup on 1st down, and the tight end's a terrific place to go.
Tight ends nowadays are kind of like cheat codes. I mean, they just know so much about, right here, seeing zone, know when to sit it down, boom, positive yards, nice positive play for this offense.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Caught over the middle, it's Anderson. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
When you got a QB with this kind of arm talent, receivers with this kind of speed, they are going to be difficult to stop. They have been up and down the field. They've almost got 450 passing yards now.
They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. He's got it on the run. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal.
This quarterback is having a Heisman moment in this game. These are the types of games that Heisman voters are going to pay attention to. He's now got over 450 passing yards.
I'm sure they hope they don't have to exhaust all 4 downs, but it probably is 4-down territory as they looking for the end zone. Gets it in there for the touchdown. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Setting up for the extra point that would put them on top. And the extra point gives them a 1-point lead here in the 4th. An 84-yard drive there, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. Finds the tight end. Showing off that weight room work as he gets across the 20 and up to the 22.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
And here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass, it's Farrell. Makes the grab on the left. Breaks into the open. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. And he was able to break one tackle, Jesse, and almost got away from another.
Man, this secondary, this defense, they better pack a lunch. When this guy has the football, you've got to get bodies to him, and you better wrap up those legs and hold on tight. This dude's hard to tackle.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Plows through the defense.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short. Back to pass. Hauls it in. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking downfield on first down. That's caught. It's Poe. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
The play action fake. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
Back in motion. Try to clear the picture. Looking to pass. It's Farrell. Makes the catch. He's stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1.
That is just what this offense needed, man. A big play down the field, trying to score a touchdown, trying to take the lead late in this football game, but now they don't have to go super fast. They don't have to rush. Great play by this offense.
Already in a great spot to kick a field goal. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown would be even better. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
This is an offense that has so much confidence. They believe they're able to win the game when it matters the most. They've got the playmakers to do it. You saw it on that last touchdown. Now taking the lead with less than 2 minutes to go.
Two-point conversion attempt is on the way. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Trying to get it away, and he cannot. The quarterback is sacked, and so it's a two-point conversion attempt. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Setting up the screen. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
Man, it can be dangerous when quarterbacks get outside the pocket. They can stress your defense so bad. You better chase them. You got to keep running as hard as you can and try to get to him before he can throw that football, especially square those shoulders up. Nice job by the defense continuing to pursue, even though he got outside the pocket.
They need 3 yards on second down to move the chains from the 25. Wants to go up top. That's caught. It's Valentine. Jumped on top of the pile. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They are running out of time and very little choice. Down 5 late, they'll go for it on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Throws to the wideout. Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Looking to throw again. Just couldn't quite stay in bounds while making that grab. It's incomplete.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to...
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires to the middle. It's complete. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And he scoots out of bounds, picks up the 1st down, gets the clock stopped, and now they're in business in plus territory. Precision execution there to work the sidelines, pick up the 1st down, and stop the clock.
Yeah, great job by the offense. You got to understand the situation. The clock is the enemy late in the ballgame. Got to have a score, like you said, Reese. Work the outer part of the field so I can catch the football and get out of bounds.
The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Turning it on.
You got to keep drives alive late in the game. When you're starting to get in the 4th quarter and it's a 1-score game, you got to do whatever you can as that quarterback to scramble around, get extra plays, extra 1st downs. Really nice job there by the QB.
So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a 4th quarter lead. It's complete to the left. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. And the defense was anxious to get off the ball quickly. Instead, it's just a little bit closer for the offense. Looking for the score. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and the D might have been a little too rough on the quarterback there. I know there's pressure, especially in this area of the field, to get to the quarterback, but you can't give up a 1st and goal there. Pocket breaking down. Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game. stop, and time is of the essence. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, guys, fourth quarter, you're trailing. You know that they're going to be throwing the ball and trying to be aggressive and trying to climb back into this one. Couldn't come up with it there on second down. Let's see what happens on third.
This defense needing this energy from the crowd in a goal-to-go situation. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete.
And if you're the defense right now, you've given up some yards on this drive, but you've got a possession lead. You just need one more stop after that last incompletion setting up 4th down. Do you blitz? Do you try to speed up the QB? Let's find out and watch.
And this could prove to be the biggest play of the game. They'll go for it on 4th and... Makes a grab past the marker. Pulls it in and runs into the end zone for a touchdown.
And what a job by the offense, coming up with a huge play when they absolutely had to have it the most. There are virtually seconds left on the clock right now. Big-time players making big plays in big games to close this thing out.
They're going to go for 2 here and try to extend that lead to a field goal. Pushes ahead. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. He's taking the deep shot. The ball hits the ground, and this thing is over. An absolutely heartbreaking loss.